Today, we're going to be watching the police video interview of 35-year-old Steven Gress from Florida. This took place, as you can see up there, on March 7th of 2025. In fact, he was arrested 2 days before this interview for pointing an air-powered harpoon gun at his girlfriend, Michelle Branders, and also having substances in his possession, which is part of his criminal record. Now, if you don't know anything about this case, do not worry. Here's a very quick recap for you. And I have linked the previous episodes that we've done in the description box for you. There, we looked at the timeline in detail. We read through the probable cause affidavit. We drove around on Google Maps. We've done everything we possibly could up until this point, where now finally they're able to release these police video interviews. So here's a quick recap of the case. The Miranda Corsette case involves the tragic death of a 16-year-old girl from Gulfport, Florida in 2025. Miranda, a homeschooler and a mother of an 11-month-old, met 35-year-old Steven Gress through a dating app, which was actually Grindr, on February 14th of 2025. After visiting his St. Petersburg home the next day, she was allegedly held captive, tortured, and killed between February 20th and February 24th by Steven Gress and his 37-year-old partner, Michelle Branders, over a dispute involving a missing ring. And you're going to hear him talk all about that in this police interview. The couple reportedly, so trigger warning. If I didn't say it yet, trigger warning, this case is very disturbing. Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. The couple reportedly beat her, suffocated her with a billiard ball and plastic wrap, dismembered her body at a home in Largo, and disposed of her remains in a dumpster in Ruskin, which were later incinerated, preventing recovery. Branders, so Michelle Branders, his girlfriend, she turned herself in on March 8th, but Gress was arrested earlier, as I just told you, on unrelated charges. Both face first-degree murder and kidnapping charges, with prosecutors seeking the death penalty. Miranda's family is also suing Grindr, alleging that the app's inadequate age verification and geolocation features facilitated her exploitation. Now, I'm going to, again, give you a preview of what we're about to watch, and then we'll dive in, just so that you know that this case absolutely is horrifying. It's graphic. This guy's very disturbing. I would not be surprised if he's killed others before, based on, listen to this.
Is it true you used to take animals to the Skyway?
Yes,
What'd you do with them?
I would kill them.
Do you feel it?
When they asked how many animals did you kill, he said, oh, you can't even count. Like hundreds, who knows? So many. Oh my goodness, are we looking at a pure psychopath over here? I think so. So what I'm going to do now is go to the beginning. I'm going to shrink myself down and I will be here watching with you. Now, I know that for some people you might be like, why are you sitting here in the corner? But that's what my audience likes. Here at Grizzly True Crime, you guys like it when I pause and I react to things. So that is what I'm going to be doing, okay? As requested. So let's watch this police video interview together, just so that you know how long it is. It's 32 minutes and 22 seconds after I've just chopped out some of the parts that were completely silent, because of course the police have had to redact certain parts. I obviously don't know what they redacted, but this case involves a minor, so sometimes they would do that. So, and maybe obviously just to protect the investigation before this heads to trial. Once I have confirmation of exactly when these two will go to trial, of course, I'll keep you posted. These are still, the early days of this case. So let's check this out together. Before we dive into this interview, I want to say thank you so much to Grizzly Cat for working with me to obtain these police video interviews. I really enjoy working with her because sometimes it takes a team effort. I had requested this about 6 weeks ago and they told me that this is an open and active investigation and they cannot release these. Grizzly Cat had also tried at the time and they said, nope, they can't release it. And so we tried again. And now they could release it to us. So I'm really grateful that we can watch these. Of course, we know that Florida, being as part of the Sunshine State laws, yeah, they're able to release things more, I think, than other states do. So that's really great that we can watch these police video interviews together, because sometimes, as we know, it takes years to get to trial. So I'm really glad that we can watch this one. Let's dive into it.
Okay. Do you understand each of these rights that I just explained?
Hold on. I just want to say that they had read him all his Miranda rights and explained everything to him. And so I chopped that out as well, just so we can get to the interview, so you can hear all the details, all right? So that's why they're going to now say, do you understand all these rights that I read to you? They've read everything to him.
To you?
Yes, sir.
And having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'm here for you.
This was never supposed to happen. Never was supposed to happen.
What wasn't supposed to happen?
This girl was never supposed to be in this situation. This girl was never supposed to be in this. So I met her off the Grindr app, which is like a gay hookup site. And I don't know what a 16-year-old girl is doing on an adult hookup site. I guess it's irrelevant. She told me she was 20 at first, and then later came out afterwards that she was 16, which really it didn't mean anything to me. Her age meant nothing. There's one thing that she did to me, and that was just one thing I was trying to resolve. She stole a gold ring of mine. What about
Damn, the dude's starting off strong with his narrative here. Okay, talk to us. This was never supposed to happen. So he's not denying that she was killed. He's just saying this was never supposed to happen. And what the heck is a 16-year-old doing on the Grindr app anyway? I mean, I know a lot of people do ask that, but it's not her fault for being lured, tortured, and killed, allegedly, by this guy and his girlfriend. Okay, so let's keep going.
overdoses? That must be Michelle's way of trying to cover her part up in something, because there was no overdose in any. There was nothing like that was involved. So I've picked the girl up. The date, I'm not certain. This is very recently within the last month. And so I picked the girl up for a hookup on the Grindr app. Her name was Miranda on there.
Do you know when about that might have been?
I mean, everything's on the cell phone. If you can pull up cell phone information, like everything you want is on the cell phone. Is under
On your cell phone?
On my cell phone, you can find it all. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, hold on a second. So her name was Randa?
Her name was Miranda. But she went by, her profile name was Randa.
R-A-N-D-A.
Right.
Okay. And that's on Grindr.
Right.
Okay. And we'll be able to see this on your phone?
Yes, sir.
What's the passcode for your phone?
It's just a Z. You do a Z.
Okay.
Supposed to draw a pattern.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that phone is no longer here. I spazzed out after what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'll take you through the whole thing of what happened, dude. You
Okay.
can just see it
Let's
afterwards,
go.
okay?
So you met Randa.
Right, on the Grindr app.
Okay.
Okay.
What, you don't know what day that was though?
It was, I want to say it was a Sunday. It was all right. So it was a Sunday that this happened, and then I seen her the 2 days prior to that. I seen her for the first time. I picked her up. We went home, hung out. I dropped her back off. It was fine. Nothing, no issues. 2 days passed by. She hits me up, says, "Do I want to hang out?" Okay, cool. I picked her up. This is where the issue starts.
Where'd you pick her up at?
I picked her up not in front of her grandma's house, but I didn't know exactly which house was her grandmother's house. I just knew that, if you put a GPS, you put an address in GPS, it like before you get to the actual spot, it'll be like you've arrived to your destination, but you're like another house or two away from it. That's how it's always been.
So where was that at?
In Gulfport.
You know what the address was?
I don't remember what the address was. I know it was off of 58th Street in Gulfport. There's a school there.
Yeah.
There's a school in the area.
Big high school?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of school it is. It's just a school.
Oh, yeah. Let's focus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
right.
So I picked her up from there. I'm sure you can see my car coming to a stop somewhere near her house. And whenever she came to my car, it was always at an angle, so I know I didn't stop right in front of the grandmother's house. But I stopped in front of, in the area for her to pick up. So I picked her up, we went back home, we're chilling. I bought her some food. She's a real picky eater, I guess, so I bought her a smoothie from Wawa. And my ring, which is in property right now, was given back to me by Michelle. This Michelle, do you know where Michelle is? You need to pick Michelle, you pick Michelle up.
Okay.
And this can be confirmed by Pam.
Okay.
She confessed it to in front of Pam. And her reasoning for it was horseshit, but she confessed it in front of Pam. So
Okay, when we eventually watch Michelle's interview, you will hear her talk a lot about Pam. But if you look again here, look at the mugshots at the bottom. That's Steven Gress, and on the right-hand side is Michelle Brandes, who's actually a mother of 3 children, and she's now also been arrested and charged with first-degree murder. And when we watch her interview, you might initially sympathize with her because she seems terrified. However, oh my goodness, after Miranda was murdered and dismembered, the 2 of them, according to the criminal complaint, went to play putt-putt. And I think they were celebrating Michelle's birthday or something. They were celebrating something. They went to play putt-putt or mini golf and went out to eat and drink and then threw Miranda's dismembered body into a dumpster, allegedly. Of course, these are the state's allegations. These are both people who are innocent until proven guilty. That is just what the state is alleging at this stage. Oh my goodness. So yeah, you will hear a lot about Pam, who I think was living there at the property as well. There were witnesses. There were people that had seen Miranda around the house and all of that. But unfortunately, yeah, nobody called the police or nobody thought that she would be murdered, right? Okay, so let's keep going here.
So my ring comes up missing. And
On the same day you picked her
on
up?
the same day I picked her up, it was just us 2 in the room. Pam was in the other room. Pam's got her own room in there. And
Us 2 who? You and Miranda?
me and Miranda were the only 2 in the room.
Which room?
The living room, which I made my bedroom of that house.
The downstairs apartment?
Yes.
At 27?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait, 27th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So, in the process of me ordering food for her, my ring comes up missing. It was a little bit too big for my pinky, so it could slide off if whatever, it could just slide off. And I remember when I went to get off the bed, I supported my weight on the bed to go get the doors for the food, and that's where my ring slid off at. Okay. My ring slid off on the bed.
Right.
So as I'm eating my food, I'm realizing my ring's not on my finger, so I'm like, I search the whole immediate area, my ring's not there. Miranda stole my ring. Miranda stole my ring. So I'm telling her, man, like, look, there's nobody else here. I know, it's nice, it's a nice ring. You might want it, but it's not yours. Just give it back. I go in with this for a whole 24 hours. And I'm telling her, like, hey, man, my fault in this is that I would not let her leave without giving me my ring back.
How did you keep her from leaving?
I just told her that she couldn't leave. I didn't restrain her. I didn't do anything to her. I just said, hey, man, just please give me my ring back. You know what I'm saying?
But she wasn't free to get up and walk out the door.
I mean, if she would have tried, I don't know if I would have stopped her or not. Everything was bravado.
We know he would have stopped her, but also it sounds like, based on what the state's alleging, that she was completely incapacitated because he had allegedly beaten her, tortured her, threatened her. She was incredibly scared, so it's just absolutely horrifying, right? And this story, tell me, listen very carefully to this police interview and tell me in the comment section afterwards. Wait a little bit, okay? Watch the interview, then tell me afterwards. Do you think he just made up this whole ring story? Because he really could have. It just sounds like that's something that he does. It's part of his pattern. You won't hear it here. We'll hear it after hearing Michelle Brandes' interview. But it's because she says he also accused her of stealing things and then she'd be looking for it. And when she finds it, then he doesn't apologize. So the thing is, though, is this a pattern of his? Is this how he initiates something like what happened here? I don't know. But this whole ring story, it doesn't sound very legit to me.
At this point in time, it's like I'm telling her and I'm hoping that I'm able to just scare her into giving me my ring back. So I call up Michelle to see if Michelle will help me get the ring back from her. Like they have a female to female connection or something, that anything I could use to try to get her to give me my ring back. So all this on text message as well. So I text Michelle on Facebook Messenger. I'm like, hey man, this girl over here stole my ring. Will you please help me get my ring back? So she agrees and comes over. She comes over there and stuff. And the first thing she does when she gets there was looks for my ring in the house. And I'm cool with that because I just want my ring back. So the sooner I get my ring back, the sooner this can just be done. So she finds my ring, and she doesn't tell me she finds my ring. And how I know that is because she gave me my ring back after all this is said and done. And Pam was there when she found my ring in my car. My ring was never in my car. It never was in my car. She never went outside to put it in my car. Michelle found my ring that she stole. So I don't know this at the time. Michelle doesn't tell me at the time. So now this drags on for a week. This drags on for a week.
Wait, so you've got this girl in your house for an entire week?
A week.
Were you feeding her?
Yes.
Were you beating her?
I lumped her up, yes. I hit her at first.
What do you mean you lumped her up?
So at first, it took me a while before I put my hands on her. Like, I really tried everything I could possibly do to get my ring back.
Like what?
Like, pleading with her, telling her, man, like, this stuff is important to me. I just got out of prison for doing 13 years. I've just started having my own stuff for myself. This stuff means something to me, man. I just started having my own shit. It means something to me. I was not willing to take a loss on my ring when she stole it, and you can damn well give it back to me. And I'm telling her, like, please, let's use this as a learning experience. Let's
Did you
grow
pat her
from
down?
this. Yes.
So she's wearing clothes, you patted her down, you couldn't find the ring?
I even bought a metal detector.
Well, where do you think she was hiding it?
I thought she either swallowed it or put it up inside of her, or she had it hidden somewhere else.
Okay.
I knew she had it, and she was disrespecting me and mocking me the whole time. Miranda is, to me.
Miranda is.
Yeah, like.
We had read about that in the probable cause affidavit, that he felt that the 16-year-old who sounded terrified was mocking him. And he's going to tell us how his brain processed that, which is, oh my goodness. So if it wasn't Miranda that stole the ring, then now he says it could have been Michelle that stole the ring. I don't even know if the ring, well, it does exist because he said it's in custody now, you know, in their possession. But, okay, it sounds funny to say the ring's in custody too. Okay, the ring was arrested as well, but you know what I mean. The ring he had with him, and so it exists. But now who made as if the ring was missing? Is it him? Did Michelle Brandes take the ring and make him really angry, knowing that he'll take all of this frustration and anger or whatever out on the 16-year-old girl? I don't know. But what Miranda went through, it's really terrifying. Okay, so just listen to how he justifies it.
Yeah, I couldn't fathom, why would you steal somebody?
What was she doing to mock you?
She just like this. She said she got it from her grandma. And she said she'd be like, I'd be like, man, please give me my ring, please, man, please. She'd be like, she'll just do like this to me, like this. She went this. She'd be like this.
Wait, you mean like she might have been shaking in fear?
No.
Because that's what you look like when you do that
right.
to me.
But she.
When I think of a 16-year-old girl shaking like that,
it's not.
That's fear.
Michelle would be whispering to her, and I'd be like, why are you guys whispering? What are you trying to hide from me? Why would you possibly be whispering amongst yourselves to not want to be heard by me? There's something that they had going on. And Michelle also has the girl's iPhone. The girl had an iPhone, and I told Michelle, I said, hey man, go hide this underneath a trash can at a gas station somewhere, just so it doesn't, in case somebody came looking for it, it wouldn't lead her to my house. And it would prevent me from getting my ring back. That's my fault.
Interesting. When we listen to Michelle's interview coming up next, obviously in the next video, so make sure you are subscribed with your notifications on if you want to watch that one with me. Michelle says that already from the day that Miranda arrived there, that this guy was like, get rid of her phone, which is a huge red flag, of course. And just think about how his brain is processing this. Like, she stole my ring, and then what? Then you're going to steal her life? I mean, it's really extreme what this guy did. But, I mean, as we looked at before, if he killed hundreds of animals, so, yeah, I don't think his brain works right at all. Right? That's an understatement. It's just scary to see the reenactment he does of, like, her shaking with fear. And to him, that means she's mocking me. Okay, then.
Is my greed for my ring, okay?
I think I just went off track for a second there. Michelle said that she helped him get rid of the cell phone. She threw it in the sewer. Yeah, on day one. He's like, get rid of the cell phone. And she's like, okay. She says she was compliant because she fears him, which I would partially understand. That Michelle Brandes, his girlfriend, feared him. But at the same time, she also participated in a lot, allegedly, right? So, yeah, she helped to get rid of the cell phone.
Another important information is, I'd seen Miranda on Valentine's Day. It will be able to give you a date. The first time I seen Miranda was on Valentine's Day. Michelle was upset that I chose Miranda over her on Valentine's Day. So I think that's where her motive came from. Her spite for Miranda came from this. And so they're having secret conversations. I don't know what they're saying. She took her ring. She said she threw it in a gutter. Down the street. I asked her afterwards if she was able to take us to the gutter. Michelle, I believe that she did not throw it in the gutter though. I believe that she kept her iPhone because Michelle has She has a long history of stealing.
Okay.
She's not able.
We're getting.
All right.
We're kind of running down rabbit trail.
Okay.
So let's talk about Miranda and the shaking.
Okay.
And so you had her in your house for how long?
It was up to a week. It was a week. It was a week.
You had her in the house a week.
For a week.
You wouldn't let her leave.
I told
and
her
you thought she was, and you thought that she was mocking you by shaking.
It wasn't just shaking that she would be doing. She would also be saying stuff to me.
Like what?
Like she would be saying, she was saying she never seen it, and then she said, "Oh, I know it's outside for a fact. It's over here outside." And then she'd say that she hadn't seen it again, and then she'd say, "Oh wait, I remember it's in the kitchen over here." And then she'd say it was in the bathroom over there. And then she told me it was behind the mirror over here. She led me through this, like I don't know why. I don't know why somebody in this position would disrespect.
So how else did you search her?
I searched with a metal detector, and I stuck my fingers up her and up her ass. I'm telling you the truth, my man. I'm telling you the truth.
All right.
I was dedicated to get my ring back. I called the St. Pete Police Department, and I said, "Hey man, this girl has my ring, man. She stole my ring, man. Can you guys please come assist me to get my ring back?" They told me that I was in no position. I was not legally allowed to search her, and the police was not going to come over there and search her, and all I could do was file a police report. So she was.
Wait. A police officer came to your house and told you that?
I called the police department, and that's what the operator dispatch told me.
When did you call the police?
A day or 2 or 3 after I already had her. Maybe it was like 2 days after I had her.
What phone number?
Listen how he phrases that. I mean, he just said a lot of horrible stuff, but a day or 2 after I had her. Like, I just had her. I mean, ugh. So remember that Miranda was lured there through the Grindr app on February 14th of 2025. So yes, for Valentine's Day. And then she went back the next day herself, and then she was kept captive, allegedly between February 15th and the 20th. And it's between those dates that the police say that they believe that she was murdered and dismembered, between the 15th and the 20th of February of 2025. So yeah, this interview is on March 7th of 2025. So it's not that long after this all happened. So all this information is still fresh in his brain, but his brain is not wired the same as ours, right? Just listen to what he says and how he searched her and how he believed that she was mocking him. And he doesn't know why someone in this position would even think to do such a thing.
Where did you call from?
The phone that was my cell phone at the time.
Give me the number.
It was the phone number.
And you called the St. Pete Police Department?
Yes, sir.
You called the non-emergency number?
I called, I Googled St. Pete Police Department, and they got the phone number up there with the directions, website, share, all of, and they got the call.
Okay.
So
you called.
I called the St. Pete Police Department.
Yeah.
So somebody.
And a dispatcher told you.
They told me. I told her that my metal detector is going off in her private area, and that I think the girl had my ring up her privates. And could somebody please come out here to help retrieve my ring, is what I told him. And the lady told me that I had no legal right to search her.
You don't.
I understand. I'm just beyond.
But I mean, I'm surprised that we would tell you something like that without, I mean, that's just, okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
All right, so you searched her, you digitally penetrated her, you put your fingers up her anus and her rectum and her vagina.
I did, yes sir.
And you didn't find the ring?
Didn't find
it. All right, so what happened?
So she's still telling me that she's still telling me that it's over here, it's over there. At one time she says that she thinks Michelle has it. When I relayed the information to Michelle come in there and beat her up. Michelle's hitting the girl harder than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting the girl with open palms and shit. Michelle's hitting her close.
Did the girl when you stuck your fingers in her rectum, did the girl resist?
No,
she was that scared of you.
She was scared of Michelle. She was scared of Michelle.
I don't know, dude.
She's scared of me too. She's scared of me.
How can she not be scared of you?
Right.
She's 90 pounds. How much do you weigh?
But she's still shit talking me.
Was she really?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure you weren't just imagining that?
No,
because
sir.
What was she saying to shit talk you?
She's telling me that she doesn't care. I said I had rent coming up. I had 1 week left to get my rent up. She says she doesn't care. I said, you don't care if I'm going to be going on the streets? Like, you don't care about like my house, everything that I have going for me? You don't care that this is going to be lost because I'm over here focusing on you, trying to get my ring back?
Yeah.
And she was telling me no, she doesn't care. And then she'd do like this to me. She'd do like this. It's not a shake, it's a taunt. She would taunt me like this.
I don't know what that is.
She said she got it from her.
Right? These police officers are like, I don't know what that even means. It doesn't look like a taunt. That looks like a teenager who's 16 years old, 90 pounds, terrified. And I would think that she was terrified of both Steven Gress and Michelle Brandeis, but because what was going on in that house sounds really scary. And I mean, he's 35 years old. So what else has he done in his life, if this is how he explains things? And now he's saying he was actually going to what? Pawn off the ring to pay for rent? But yet the ring meant so much to... You see, I don't buy this whole ring story.
Grandma.
It doesn't taunt me. I don't understand that.
Because she's not giving me my ring back, it's a taunt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so with you being taunted, you'd already beat her up. You said you lumped her up. You've already digitally penetrated her. You've already basically raped her. A 16-year-old girl. I mean, so you think that this 16-year-old girl who 16 is taunting you? I just don't get it. But okay, well, let's keep going ahead. So then Michelle comes over and beats her up.
Michelle was already over there. Michelle was already over there for the whole time. I called Michelle immediately.
Okay.
So Michelle was been over there.
Where was Pam?
In her room. Pam's aware of what's going on too. Pam, if anything, Pam's guilty because Pam could have reported this before it got to this point. This was been going on. Pam's a sweetheart. Pam does not deserve to be in any trouble for this. She doesn't.
Got it.
He just said that he thinks that Pam is guilty too, but she's a sweetheart and she doesn't deserve to get any trouble for that. What? He's saying two contradictory things over there. But apparently Pam was in the house, and it is very sad that, you know, these people that were surrounding Steven Gress and his girlfriend saw something and didn't say something, which is why we always say that over here. If you see something or if there's a gut feel or whatever it is, please say something. It could literally save a life. In this case, there were apparently several people who saw a situation unfolding with the 16-year-old and that they knew that she was there in the house. So, oh no, and now she's dead and her body can never be found, according to what the state's saying, right? Wow, okay.
It's unfortunate for Pam.
Okay, all right. Keep going.
So, where are we at?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. You've got this girl in your house, you're torturing her, you've beat her up, you've raped her, you've got
I didn't rape
militia.
her. I did not rape her, dude.
In the state of Florida, sticking this inside somebody else's body is rape.
Okay, so be it, man.
It is. I'm just telling you the letter of the law.
Okay.
You stick something else inside of somebody else's body, that's rape.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, but that's what it was.
Okay.
Whether what the intention was or not.
Okay.
So then Michelle comes and starts doing it with you, and how long does this go on?
This goes on for a week. Man. But not the. I only searched her one time. Like if she didn't have it in there, then so be it. Now I'm waiting for her to shit it out. So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm waiting for her to shit it out. Any injury that I caused her, I'm going to CVS and I'm buying her medication for it.
Like what kind of medication?
Whatever she needs, some sore throat medication, some.
Why would she have a sore throat?
Why would?
Did you stick something down her throat?
No.
Why would she need sore throat medication then?
He's like, no. Only later, apparently a billiard ball and then wrapped her face in plastic. He's going to CVS to buy her things to care for her, while at the same time allegedly beating her, essaying her, killing her and dismembering her. Okay then.
Whatever injuries you
Michelle
caused her.
choked her. And I'm being 100 with you, man. I just told you some foul shit, man. Like I'm being 100 with you, man. I'm not trying to deflect blame on anybody else. I'm not trying to pin anything on anybody else. I own up to what I did. I'm owning up to what I did. I'm not trying to defend or deflect on anybody else, man.
All right.
Michelle has more in this than I do. And I'm the one that's telling her you can't leave until you give my ring back. Michelle's causing all the big blows and shit, man. I'm not letting anything bad.
See, now that with that fade, that tells you that there was a whole portion that was completely redacted. So you could see him moving, but there was just no sound. So the court has redacted that, unfortunately. But it sounds like what he was about to say was going to be even more graphic than everything that he'd said before. Okay.
Enough happened to the girl that I can't just let her go home after a couple of days healing up. I just wanted my ring back, dude. I just wanted my ring back. That's it. Okay? Michelle's got some other shit going on. Nothing's happened to the girl to where she can't heal up in a couple days and go home. That's on me. I'm making sure of it. You know what I'm saying? But the girl she said she had some kind of a disease where she bruised really easy, and she was really thin. She was delicate. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's how delicate the girl is. So with that,
You know what I'm saying? She was delicate. You know what I'm saying? She bruised really easily. Okay, but the allegations are that you beat her, essayed her, tortured her, and killed her and dismembered her. Like, it's just so crazy how this guy talks about things, right? Wow. We're almost at 17 minutes now out of 32 minutes.
in mind, like, I'm making sure I don't do anything to the girl that's gonna make sure that she can't give me my shit back and she can't just go home in a couple days after healing up. That was my goal, was to do whatever till she gave me my shit back, let her heal up, go home. I'm telling her this will be a learning experience for everybody. You shouldn't be going inside of people's house you don't know, stealing their shit, man. That's my whole thing was. That was my whole thing. Michelle, it was more her spite for not taking her out for Valentine's Day. As petty as it sounds, man. That's what I bring from it. So Michelle had my ring the whole time. She said she found it in my car after the fact. So Pam can confirm all this.
After the fact of what?
After the fact that she had died. Michelle had killed the girl, man.
How did she die?
That was her theory. I told her no 3 times. On the 7th day, the girl finally, she's like, I got it, I'm trying to shit it out. That's what she tells me. She doesn't even have the ring. Michelle's got the ring. So whatever they were whispering about, Michelle did not want to come out. You know what I'm saying? That's the only sense that I can make of it. Michelle didn't want whatever they were whispering to come out. I think the girl gave Michelle her cell phone information to be able to access her cell phone as well. I don't believe Michelle would have thrown the girl's iPhone down the drain. I believe she has that girl's cell phone somewhere right now.
Apparently, she threw it in the sewer, according to Michelle, which we'll hear about that in the next video.
She has it.
When did she die?
She died on the 7th day. So she died, if Easter was, whatever day Easter is, you take that and...
Easter or Valentine's?
I'm sorry, Valentine's Day, I'm sorry. Valentine's Day. So March 14th is Valentine's Day? February 14th is Valentine's Day. So I think it would be fair to say that she probably passed away on the 21st-ish of February.
Passed away? Was murdered between the 15th and the 20th of February. And if he's saying on the 7th day, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, unless he's counting from the 15th, but the police believe that she was murdered between February 15th and 20th. That is a long time that she suffered. And just think about the way that police are saying that she was killed. She was suffocated with a billiard ball. Okay, so.
And then what did you do?
Then, now here's my part in it that's gonna fuck me up. More than anything else, this is my part, man. So after the girl suffocated, as soon as I seen Rochelle wrap her, she's telling me that she has my ring. So she went from all this, she didn't have it, she never seen it, to now all of a sudden she has it, to all of a sudden it's over here, oh then it's over there. It's getting me frustrated. She's doing like this to me. She's shit talking me. I ate this shit for a long time and still was very cautious on how I dealt with her. And I'm eating all this shit at the same time. I'm eating all this frustration. I'm getting frustrated, man. She's telling me all types of shit. She's not giving my shit back. I know she has it. Like, I can't believe this shit's happening. And the whole time I'm still restrained from what I did to her. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got this stuff in the first place, because Angel bought it for me. So I'm telling Angel, I'm telling my mom, sending the pictures of them lumped up. And I'm like, man, look, man, like, she stole my ring, man. She stole my ring. She's not giving it back.
Pause. He sent pictures of the victim, which he refers to as all lumped up, as in beaten up, to various people, including his mom. Yeah, that's also why I say if you see something, say something. I don't know what they were thinking, receiving these pictures and him saying, yeah, she stole my ring. He's beating up a 16-year-old. if anyone ever receives a picture like that, you have to call the police. Because what is going on there? And you could save her life, right? I mean, this guy's just like, yeah, sent it to Angel, sent it to my mom, What? Why are you taking pictures of her? And why are you sending it to people? And what are the people thinking about it? And did they ever receive other pictures before?
My ring back, I can't possibly move forward without my ring. Like, I just could not take an L on my ring like that. I just couldn't. So there's that kind of evidence right there that.
Can I quickly?
Yes, sir.
You sent, Angel's the one who got you the ring?
Yes.
And you sent pictures of
Her swollen
Miranda.
up. Yeah.
So Angel has those pictures?
Yes.
Okay, so Angel knew the extent of what was happening?
Angel, yeah, he's a good person, man. He doesn't deserve.
Does he know the totality of everything?
I told him after the fact. I did not tell him.
He does not know that.
He does not know that.
Does he know she's dead?
Yes.
Okay.
And like I said, like, he does not deserve to be in any trouble for this. But
Your mom knows this as well? Your mom knows this?
my mom knows.
Everything?
She knows.
How about the body? What you did with the body?
She knows. Angel was very disgruntled and very.
If you've never seen the deep dives that we've done, I would highly recommend it because it's also going to tell you where they took Miranda's body and dismembered it in like a side alley. I don't even know how they did that without people seeing. And I do wonder if there's going to be more arrests in this case just based on how many people apparently knew about this abuse of the 16-year-old, but then also murder and dismemberment. Yeah, okay.
Uncomfortable with it, and he was. I had the feeling that he could have maybe even said something to somebody about it. Angel's a good person. He really is. He's not involved in anything like that. And the same thing for my mom. Like she does not deserve anything to be brought from this at all. Michelle, me, and to a lesser degree Pam. And Pam can confirm. Michelle saying that she killed her. Pam can confirm that.
When did you tell your mom?
I told her maybe like 3 days after it happened. After like the initial shock wore off and stuff like that there.
Okay, and when did you tell Angel?
Angel, about the same. Like I sat on it for a while, like not sure what to do. We stayed at Michelle's mom's house. Michelle's mom was in Puerto Rico.
How many nights did you stay at Michelle's mom's house?
Good, like 4 or 5 nights over there, yeah. I was too scared to go home.
Okay.
This guy who's accused of murder, firstly abusing, torturing, essaying a 16-year-old and murdering her and dismembering her and killed lots and lots of animals, which you'll hear coming up soon, unfortunately. So trigger warning if you're only joining now. Yeah, this guy's like, I was too scared to go home. Really? Really? Too scared to go home. For what reason?
Me, Pam, and Michelle were all over.
Is it true you used to take animals to the Skyway?
Yes.
What'd you do with them?
I would kill them.
Do you feel a need to kill them?
No.
Why did you do it then?
I was stressed out.
Does killing them give you stress relief?
Stressed out. Pam and Michelle repeatedly they would be short on their rent. They would threaten where I slept at. They just would constantly bicker and bitch about nothing to me all the time. Like I was the enemy to them.
So you would kill an animal?
I would kill an animal so I would not. It helped me to relieve my stress and my anger so I would not hurt them.
That sounds like a psychopath, right? And a killer. You know, this guy being like, what? And the reasons he gives, like they would bicker. They were late on their rent. It's like all these petty things that he says, and they threaten where I would be sleeping. So then I killed animals. No. I think you just want to kill, is what it sounds like to me. What does it sound like to you? Oh my word.
Where would you get the animals from?
Craigslist. People give away animals on Craigslist.
Any kind of animal?
Pretty much. Anything from like a guinea pig, a rabbit, dog, cat.
And what do? You throw them off the Skyway when you're done with them?
The Skyway is another one of Michelle's things. I wouldn't take him to the Skyway. I wouldn't take him to the Skyway. I would take it. If you go to my house and do a what's the agent that they use to uncover blood, traces of blood?
Yeah.
If you put that shit in my house, the entire house might glow.
What? Dude, are you talking about luminol test? Blue star reagent? Huh? The entire house would just light up? Because of what? All the animals you've killed there? And now, Miranda, apparently, that's what he's accused of. He's gonna face the death penalty. And yet, here he sits, saying all of this, but he pleads not guilty. So he's gonna take this to trial. What the hell?
Because that many animals in there?
Yes, sir.
And then what do you do with the carcasses?
Throw them in the dumpster. So the Skyway thing is another one of Michelle's.
Has killing animals like that been something you've always done, or
No,
what is it?
It just recently started. From living with Pam. Pam's
How many animals do you think you've killed?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say, man. A lot.
Yeah.
I see. It seems like I'm a bad guy right now, man. Like.
Yeah.
It seems like I'm a bad guy.
I'm not.
I'm not a bad guy like that. Like I've been pushed.
It's not for me to judge.
I understand.
You, okay.
I understand.
But I'm trying to understand your mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So
my mind is this: I did 11 years in prison at a young age.
Yeah.
I got out, and I was faced with many adversities, and I like things would just keep happening to me. Like small things keep happening to me. Things keep happening.
Small things.
I could never catch a break without something sticking me in my ribcage, and my frustration and my anger would always be at a point where I'm always frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always frustrated.
You mean you always felt homicidal?
Yeah.
And now this is what living with Pam, and Pam never having rent, Pam always bitching and complaining. It just living with that shit had me festering. It had me festering. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always on edge.
So, how long have you lived with Pam?
I've been living with Pam for like 5 years now, 5, 6 years now. I'll show you right where that's Michelle's property. I'll show you right where.
it's not.
No, this is the I know what this is.
Okay.
Is that the trailer park?
No, that's the Little Caesars.
Okay.
It's right by 20th Street. Yeah. So,
One other person also knew about this, but they didn't know that the girl died. And that's Jamie. And Jamie's another guy off the Grinder app who would buy me stuff. And Jamie knew about the girl stealing from me.
did he know about you keeping her against her will?
I sent him pictures as well. Those are the 3 people that I sent
Do you know
pictures.
Jamie's phone number?
It's a 605. It's my cell phone right now. My cell phone's in
The new one?
have right here. Yeah.
The one that we have here.
Yes. It's in the cell phone.
When was the last time you talked to Jamie?
He just let me go over there to earn some money from him, doing some yard work for him after this had taken place. And I had Michelle and Pam in the car with me. And he's like, he wanted them to kind of like go somewhere else. And I asked him, could they just stay here and help me work instead? He said that was fine. So they got out of the car and they were pulling weeds while I was laying some gravel rock for him on his house.
Or laying what exactly? Because you are talking to this Jamie guy on the Grinder app, which is a dating app. So if Jamie wants the ladies to leave, yeah, it sounds like he wants you there alone. And that, so then the ladies got to work, weeding, and you did what now? I know what he said. He didn't say what I'm implying, but I'm like, okay, I'm trying to read between the lines here,
So we were all together after this.
Where's Jamie live at?
In South St. Pete by Maximo Marina.
Okay.
White guy, black guy.
Did you go by his house?
Did I what?
Did you go by his house after you? Was he there?
Yes. He didn't know about it. I didn't tell him
What were
about
you there
it.
for?
To earn some money. I needed some money. I was broke.
That was late in the morning.
Early in the morning, yeah.
What time?
And you earned it by gardening, did you? Gardening and to tell.
Were you?
Maybe like from 7, 8 to like 12.
No, because I'm saying you went out onto one of the fingers on Maximo Moorings when you did the big circle of Tampa Bay.
Right.
What time do you?
Late night.
And then you came right back around, came across the Skyway.
Right.
And then you went out towards Jamie's house.
Then that's when it was. Then when I did the yard.
That would have been like midnight.
No. It was daytime when I went over there. Outside Skyway rest area for a while.
Yeah.
And then from there, we went back to Michelle's mom's house. Then we did that. We stayed over there for maybe we passed out.
Pam with you when you went to Jamie's house?
Yes. And Michelle.
Okay. And what kind of work did you do?
I was pulling weeds and laying gravel rock, and they eventually came outside to help me pull weeds while I laid the gravel rock.
To help you
At
pull
Jamie's house.
Jamie came outside
weeds.
to help you?
No, Jamie had his boyfriend's family over or some shit like that there, so he didn't want to come outside. He's an older guy. That's why he pays me to do the labor work. You know what I'm saying?
And you sent him the pictures of this little girl?
Swole up, yeah.
What was the purpose?
He's a little like, yeah, swole up. Yeah, sent him that. So he's sending this guy that he does yard work for, that he met on a dating app, pictures of a teenager, 16-year-old Miranda Corsette, 90 pounds, terrified, all lumped up, or as he now says, all swole. Okay. Why? Why are you doing that? It sounds scary. When I ask myself, why would he be doing that? The answers my brain comes up with is scary.
Of that? I'm just
The
curious.
purpose was to get sympathy for me, so I was trying to get them to buy me another ring, and then everything would just be good. I just wanted a ring. I didn't want to take a loss on the ring.
Your whole thing was, I want my ring back.
You sent the pictures to try to get sympathy from your mommy, from this guy you met on the Grindr app that you're doing gardening for, and who knows what else, and somebody else called Angel, to get sympathy so they can buy you a new ring. What? Yeah, no, he belongs in prison.
No matter what it was.
Not no matter what, but I was going to go through and at least make an effort to try to get my shit back.
And why was that so sentimental to you?
Because I never had shit my whole life. I never had anything. I went to prison when I was 16 years old, and I got out when I was 27. So I'm just starting to learn to live my life and have things of my own. And I don't think it's right for somebody to be able to come into your house and steal from you and be able to walk out of there with your shit.
Sort of like the shit you went to prison for.
That was for burglaries, armed burglaries and stuff like that.
Going into somebody's house and taking shit from
That's
them.
another thing that I told her too. I'm like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you held.
Exactly, he was the thief in the past. He went to prison for 11 years. Why? Armed robbery. And other things that we've looked at before in those episodes I've linked below. The deep dives? Yeah, we've looked at his prior criminal records. Okay, so this guy went to prison for stealing, and yet here he was projecting all that on this little 16-year-old girl. Yeah, this teenager being like, yeah, you stole my ring. And he's like, she can't just come in there and steal something and walk out of here. She didn't walk out. He kept her captive for a week and killed her. That's what allegedly. He allegedly killed her and dismembered her. Her body will never be found based on where he disposed of her, which was in a dumpster, and they believe that trash was incinerated. He threw her away like trash. Oh, my word.
Person against their will digitally penetrated them and eventually killed them.
I didn't kill her.
Okay, well
I didn't kill
you were
them.
complicit to her killing
Yes,
if that
fair.
person did it.
Fair.
But you did. So you contributed to a person's death for doing what you got caught doing when you were 16.
She was never supposed to die. Ever. Ever.
Dude,
What was supposed
She
to
never
happen?
was supposed to pass, man. She wasn't even supposed to come close to it. If anything, like I said, I was telling the whole time, man, like there's nothing that she can't heal up from after a couple days and go home was my intention. And the whole other time I'm trying to get other people to just replace it for me so I can we can be done with the shit. That was my intention for sending them the pictures. My mom, Jamie, and Angel.
So you wanted a family member of yours and/or a friend to see what you were doing to this girl so that they could buy you the ring.
And then we could end
And
it.
that as long as you had your ring,
Everything
you would have
was
let her
Yes,
go.
sir.
So that was like a cry out for you
Yes,
to
sir.
stop
Yes, sir.
hurting this woman.
Yes, sir.
That was your way of
I'm trying every avenue I possibly can try to resolve it. Everybody's good. If she's willing to go through this length to keep my ring, then she went through that length to keep my ring, and as long as I got another one back, then cool.
Just wanted your ring.
Yeah, man. So the shitty part is that the girl came in my house and stole a ring. Other bitch came in my house and stole the ring from her. So
It sounds like what you're telling me is she never stole the ring.
she stole it, and Michelle stole it from her. Wherever she put it at, Michelle found it.
Is that Jamie's last name?
Jamie, I'm not trying to deflect any blame for this, man.
Here.
I'm not trying to pin this on anybody else.
Yeah, you are.
I fully accept what's to come for this. Okay?
No, you don't.
I just want to see everybody.
He pleaded not guilty. I remind you guys, he pleaded not guilty. After all of this, he's going to take this to trial. But yet, you know, he's not trying to deflect any blame. We can see it already, right? If we watch this trial together, if it's going to be streamed or not, or if it happens or not, if he keeps pleading not guilty, you know, it doesn't change his plea, whatever it is. Can't you just see it? He's fully going to blame his girlfriend for this. He's like, I'm not trying to deflect, man. I'm just going to blame everybody else. And everybody else could have said something and they didn't. And I didn't kill her. It was Michelle. Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay.
That was involved get theirs as well. I mean, this girl was never supposed to die, man. Ever. She was never supposed to die. Ever.
Stick it for a minute, please.
You always say no.
Bring your glasses.
Yep.
Never
Right back.
supposed to die. But yet, even just based on the sexual assault and the torture and everything, yeah, he would have also gone to prison.
I just don't know what she's gonna tell you guys, man. Like,
Who,
she's a
Michelle?
liar, yeah, man. She's got me on a aggravated assault charge right now, and the camera proves.
He's talking about the March 5th incident that actually got him arrested when he pointed a air-powered harpoon gun at his girlfriend, Michelle Brandes, and then she called the police and he got arrested for that domestic assault. Yeah, at that point, I think she believed that he was going to kill her too. But we'll watch her interview next, okay? If you want to, let me know in the comments if you want to do that. We can watch that one together too, and then we'll hear both sides of the story here. Well, what these two are telling us.
The camera can prove that
That didn't occur.
I never tried to put her into a car or anything that she said, so that will at least help to prove that she's a liar. You know what I'm saying? So whatever she's trying to say, like, I mean, on numerous occasions say that she did it because she said that she did it because I gave her the nod. Is what she says. That's how she admits to it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hang tight. I'll let them know what you.
Thank you, man.
Yep, you got it.
The guy looks at the camera. That's how she admits to it, you know what I'm saying? Look at him. And then he just sits like that for the rest of the time.
Okay.
See, now we're back at the beginning there. Okay, so let's just put this back here. This is just how he sits for the rest of the time, and then the video is done. Yeah, so was that not scary? This guy is terrifying. Can you imagine what 16-year-old Miranda went through? And just from thinking, oh cool, I met someone on a dating app. I do think the dating app should be more strict with age verification. But, you know, she met him on a dating app, definitely not thinking that this would happen. And remember, she went there on February 14th and had a great time, apparently went back home. And then she went to his house by herself on the 15th. And that's when all of this, you know, she stole my ring and the torture and everything apparently started. Now, I do think that there is the possibility that his girlfriend could have like added fuel to the fire, because she does sound like she was jealous, you know, of Miranda being there, especially on Valentine's Day. She claims that Miranda ruined her Valentine's Day. So I do think that they both participated in beating, torturing, abusing this little girl. Oh my word, 16 years old, so young. I know she was a mom of an 11-month-old, and I know that we've looked at before that she was a frequent runaway. It doesn't matter. She was a minor. This dude is 35 and his girlfriend's 37. What are they doing? And even if she was 16, that's already, you're already getting locked up. But then to think of what escalated, what happened, how they allege that these two killed Miranda and then dismembered her, and apparently at Michelle's mother's house. Oh my goodness. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't checked out the deep dives, go check them out. Do some homework maybe before we dive into Michelle's interviews as well. And I will see you in the next one. Stay safe.